So hi, welcome to the Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
I'm Michael from What Was Me.
and we're asking some questions to say about their new single, Ghost. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Really cool. A lot of emotions. Like especially the first like the initial first day. There's a ton of different emotions, like anything from just being really happy to just like grateful to um a little nervous, a little scared
Mhm.
as well. We tried not to dive into like, comments and that sort of thing too much, but overall, I think the response has been really, really cool and it's, done really well.
Hell yeah. Most of the
Sure.
comments I've seen have been positive, which is good
hmm
because I know like it can be anxiety inducing, like coming back from like, not putting out a record in almost 10 years or so. And, people just expecting you to sound the exact same as you
Yeah.
did all those years ago. But it seems like the response
Yeah.
has been positive, which is good.
hmm Sure.
Yeah, it has. And like, obviously, like I said, we try not to dive into like the comments and like read too much into it, but it's tough because, like that's a song we definitely like you said, it is our first release in 10 years, and it's a song that we were definitely like we felt strong about and felt passionate about. So, like any sort of not to dwell on it, but like any sort of negativity, like, we definitely take those things to heart, like we're definitely like, damn, like, like we wanna, like we wanna, like we want to do this for us. And that's why, part of the reason why we came back is like because we want to do this, for us, and we want to get a lot of things right this time.
hmm
But there's that factor where we want to make the fans happy. We want to give them music that they're going to be stoked on, but it's just finding that balance.
Yeah.
For
Um,
sure.
so, all of these years, you've been doing it for so long. The comments still kind of fuck with you a little bit, like if you read too far into them, like the negative ones.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, we try not to dig into them, but like scrolling through, you're gonna see some stuff,
Mhm.
whether you're
hmm
trying to or not, you're gonna see things. And like, it's mainly the things. It's not even like you can like, for example, if somebody was like this song's trash, like you guys suck ass, like like we're gonna go, okay, whatever, we don't
Yeah.
care.
Bozo.
Yeah.
To like get to us, and not just me but everybody else. It's so, and I'm not trying to like go down this rabbit hole. I will refrain, but like it's so annoying, and it just like gets under my skin and just pisses me off so much when people are like, this isn't numbers, this doesn't sound like numbers,
Ugh.
and I'm just like, why the hell would it? Why would it?
Exactly. Yeah. It's so
Like,
it's so dumb how people just think that bands are gonna just sound the same forever and they aren't able to like evolve and do whatever. It's like the shit is still there. You could still listen to it. You could still do whatever with that. Let bands do what they want to do now.
yeah, and like it's like if you don't like the song, whatever, that's fine. But like when you start commenting stuff like oh, there's not enough screaming, or like it doesn't sound like numbers, like doesn't sound like their old stuff, like it's like, well, one, why would we come back 10 years later just to sound how we did 10 years ago?
You
That would
could
be
just
so
go tour that
stupid.
record.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
then people would complain about that, be like, wow, they haven't changed at all. That really shows. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, and it's you can't really win, but like it's those comments that like it's the numbers comments that like irritate the hell out of me. It's just like it's like why the hell would we do that?
Mhm.
Like I don't understand it. And like I wouldn't even want to try to recreate something that sounds like numbers. Like I wouldn't even want to try to touch that. Like I want to just like I respect it. We love that album. We respect the hell out of it. Like there's a bunch of fans that still, gravitate towards that album, and like it's there. It's you can respect it. You can still listen to it, but I wouldn't even want to try to touch something like that again. Like I
Mhm.
don't want to. I wouldn't even want to like tarnish that era or that album, and
Yeah,
try to recreate that.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Um, and obviously, as we keep saying, first release in about 10 years. Was there any sort of like learning curve kind of getting back into putting out music since the scape or the way to roll it out has changed so much, you know?
Um, As far as like writing, in a sense,
In
or
terms of like the rollout, not so much the writing, like the actual rollout of the music, like
Mhm.
with the birth of like TikTok and shit like
TikTok.
that now. Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's something we all, it's crazy how many bands like have to tap into that, but like it was definitely a topic that we discussed. Like, how do we want to market this? How do we want to roll out with this? And it's difficult when we're doing everything ourselves.
Mm.
Um, we don't have, we don't have a manager, we don't have a label, so we're doing everything ourselves. So we're just, we're trying to, obviously like keep up with the times and everything, but like also like like we're trying to keep up with everything, but it's just interesting because we're definitely learning as we go.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it's yeah, the whole TikTok marketing thing like definitely was a discussion. Definitely we talked about that and like what we wanted to do, but it's hard when when you don't have a label backing or like, but through the years we've gained like we all know what we're doing, and like there's definitely a few learning curves, but like we've done it for so long now that that we it's we're kind of just figuring it out,
Mhm.
and we all have certain connections, and if we don't know how to do something, we chances are we might know somebody that does,
Mhm.
Yeah.
cool and everything. But yeah, the rollout, it was not easy, but it's it's definitely satisfying when you put something out like that and you're like, man, we did this all ourselves. Like we had no backing, no support. Like we just did it all ourselves and figured it out, I guess,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure. And the track does bang, by the way. I really
Yes.
like it. Mhm.
Thank you. I'm yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. And it was the one of not to like go too far into it, but like it was the one of the first two songs that we did. And I just kind of naturally, not that the other one, not that I liked the other one less,
Mhm.
but it was Ghost, and then there's one other song that we started out with, and I just kind of gravitated towards Ghost and started writing to that like first. So
Mhm.
so it just, and we just kind of were on a roll with Ghost, and like we got in the studio and just knocked it out like very quickly and very naturally. And we were just like, we kind of just knew, we were like, all right, I think this is the first single.
It's awesome.
First single. All right. So is there any meaning behind the single title or cover art?
Yes, we wanted to so basically it's not like some super like cryptic thing, but like we wanted to definitely, like I said, kind of touch base on earlier, but like I wanted to we wanted to kind of pay tribute to the past. Like hey, like obviously, the Numbers album art is in the single art. So, it's kind of basically like, hey, look, like we respect the past, here's a little like tribute to the past, like an ode to the past, but we're moving on.
Yeah.
And so like Ghost in as a whole is kind of like, hey, like, just letting go of the past and just being able to move on and just move forward. And it's like, we can respect like the work we've done, but like we're moving on. Like we're not gonna be stuck in 2010. Like I'm sorry, like
Absolutely.
Okay. So is this song kind of like closing the door of the old era and kind of opening the door of something new, I guess?
and yeah, I mean, in a sense, I guess you could say that. Like I said, it's not. We didn't want to be like too like cryptic about it or anything, or dive too deep into it. But it's it really is like about like kind of like letting go of the past and just moving forward and just like paying respect to what we've done. But like like this is like obviously the new segue, and also thought that like this song being a little lighter, they thought that this was going to be our new sound, which it
Mm.
absolutely is not. I'll just I'll be upfront. Like the next single is really really heavy.
Oh.
So
Okay.
so and it's just funny how seeing how people react like to one song. They're like, oh, they're not heavy anymore. They're all light. They went soft. And I'm like, you're not even going to give us a chance. Like, just wait till the next single. Like, it's really heavy.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. You're coming with that double hit. Bam bam.
yeah.
Showing the
So,
versatility.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Awesome.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this single?
Yeah, so we've linked up with a guy named Scotty, and he's been writing a lot with us, instrumental wise, and he's just kind of so basically what happens is Kevin and Andrew will get on Discord with Scotty, and they'll all like every weekend consistently they've been getting on Discord and just writing and just writing, like not like just nonstop. So they've been doing that consistently every weekend, and then they'll send once they have something there, they land on something, they'll send it to Hans and I, and they'll kind of be like, all right, guys, what do you think about this? And then that's kind of how we've been doing it. But Scotty's been very vital in like taking our ideas and basically like molding them and fitting the pieces together, because Kevin and Andrew will come up with some ideas and some parts and stuff, and they'll send it to Scotty, and Scotty's kind of the one that's just kind of like piecing everything together. And it's been awesome, and it's been super smooth, super smooth. No arguments, no nothing. Like nobody's butting heads. It's just been so easy and smooth. And then like I said, like the first two songs, like one being Ghost, and then there's the other one that's like super heavy, or a lot heavier than Ghost. Like those were the first two, and then they'll send those off to us, and then we'll start writing to them. And obviously, like I said, we gravitated a little more towards Ghost, just because I was feeling that song a little more. But this next one, I'm very excited. We actually changed a couple things in this next one, and so it got me really excited. So I'm excited to get in the studio. We're actually going this weekend to lay down some vocals on it. So
oh my god,
all right,
that's so exciting!
So,
I can't wait.
So yeah, I'm really excited for this one now, because we sat on it for a little while, and then they went back and like changed a few things, and now it's like they resent it back to me and Hans, and we were just like, woo, like, damn, like it's sick. I'm really excited for it. So yeah, that's just kind of how we've been doing things. And then Hans and I will, we'll write, and like, sometimes we'll call each other and be like, hey, I have this melody idea, and I'm just sending him voice memos on my phone, and stuff. But and then we'll just go and lay down the vocals. So it's just been super smooth.
Hell yeah,
that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. So would you be able to tell us what your favorite lyric off this track is and the meaning behind it?
Not just because not just because it's a part that I screamed or whatever. Like, there's a lot of great lyrics on there. But the fuck your apathy, I'll keep my mental clarity, like, is like very like
Mm-hmm.
it definitely, it's like that whole like just that, I don't know, just like, if you don't care, or like I don't care about you, like your opinion or whatever, like it's kind of like going back to like like reading comments. It's like just like, I don't care what you have to say, like you can, if you don't like the new song, or if you don't care about it or whatever, like if you're apathetic to it, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna keep my mental clarity, I'm gonna keep my mental stability, and I'm gonna keep trucking, like I'm just gonna keep going. So that lyric definitely stands out to me.
hell yeah,
I guess.
Yeah,
that's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
So where was your headspace at while you were writing this track?
To be honest, it kind of started off as like, I guess it could still be interpreted like this. If obviously it's like up in the air, like how anyone wants to interpret it, but it started off as like almost like I don't want to say like a love song, like I don't want to say like a breakup song or anything like that, but like that's kind of like where it was kind of starting off as, or like where it was headed. Just kind of like a rough breakup. And Hans, I'm not going to speak on it, I won't speak for him, but like he went through like a really tough breakup and a tough relationship and everything. And so it kind of started off like him kind of just speaking his mind, and like just kind of like not like going into detail about it, but just kind of just being like, hey man, this was a really tough time for me, and I was like, okay, well, let's write about it. So that's kind of where it started at, and then it just formed into more of a kind of a more broad subject matter, just kind of formed into what it is now, just more of like letting go of the past, like moving on and that sort of thing. So,
all right,
absolutely awesome. So this one should be super, super quick off top of your head. I want you to describe this track for new listeners in 3 words, no more, no less.
Ooh,
mm-hmm.
I love this stuff. Like you guys got that really cool stuff. Like you guys ask, like, like I wish we could just do a podcast like every other month or something.
That'd
like,
be awesome.
Yeah, we love talking to you, man.
Yeah.
You guys actually ask like different questions, it's like you do all these we not to go off on a tangent, I'm so sorry, but we do all these interviews, and it's like it'll be like we'll do like 3 in a row, and then all 3 of those are the same questions, and I'm like, how many times can I answer these? But like you guys mix it up, so I appreciate that. It's cool.
Appreciate it. It's really cool hearing it from someone that's been doing it for so long and does a lot of press on their own. So it always feels good coming from people like that.
Definitely,
yeah.
Make it interesting and different. So, and you keep me on my toes with these questions too.
That's our job,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gosh, 3 words.
3 words.
Deep, maybe. Okay. Deep. Hopeful. And maybe angsty. I don't know if that would be a good one. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Solid.
I like that.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the track?
I don't know if there's an emotion I want them to have, but it's been cool to see some people, like I've seen quite a few people say, man, when that chorus hits, like it got me, like just there specifically, I guess, like the chorus, like, they were like, a lot of people were like, man, when that chorus comes in, like I felt that, like it really like pulled at the heartstrings, and I don't know exactly what they were feeling at the time, or what they might be going through, or like what the song, made them feel, but like, it's been cool to see, like, man, that chorus, man, it just like I felt something, when I heard that chorus, like, cool, awesome,
yeah.
But yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this track for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, dark with headphones on? Should they blast at a party, work out to it? What do you personally recommend?
I would say start off. It would be nice for people to start off alone. Maybe like headphones, like just really dive in and listen to the song, like for what it really is. Then like once you've had, I guess, like your moment with it, blast it, like blast that shit, in the car, like with friends, but like I would say, like, preferably like headphones, like by yourself, like really dive into it and just let it, just, listen to it, like take the song for like what it is, but.
Hell yeah.
For sure. And I do want to ask, because this is your first release in such a long time, were you guys able to listen to the complete mastered song together? Because that's a pretty big deal, in my opinion.
No, unfortunately, just because it's tough because we're so spread out.
Yeah.
Andrew lives in like Toronto. And then the rest of the guys, we all live in Georgia, but we're all like 45 minutes to an hour away from each other. So, so we're all just kind of spread out, but we obviously got the master and like everything at the same time. Obviously our group chat was like, blowing up and stuff, but like, it would have been cool to listen to it all together at once, but yeah, it's just, we're just so spread out, so it just makes it hard.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this track?
I don't know if I have a specific one, but just, God, I don't want to give such an easy answer, but just recording the vocals, like watching it come along, like kind of like what I said earlier, like going along so smoothly. This song just came together so naturally. It was just so smooth, the whole process. And even the other songs we have, like, we're actually sitting on like 4 songs now. Um, so, like every song has come together pretty smoothly, but this one just, we did the vocals, like, just, we just knocked it out, we weren't sitting on parts like, man, is this really the part that we want to do? Like, should we come back to this? Like, no, like the song, we went in there and like, it was just like, bam, like just did it. And it was just cool to just see it flow so nicely.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I love that. So we've been talking about this single, and you literally just dropped this bomb on us that you have 4 other singles that you're sitting on. Is this like an EP, a full length that you're working on? What is truly next for Woe Is Me?
Well, I think we haven't really, to be honest, we haven't really like discussed it all.
Mhm.
Or discussed like what we want to do, like if we want to do like a full length or an EP.
Okay.
But I think, it's headed in that direction. I don't know if we want to do like a full album right away. We might just like end up doing an EP.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens. But for now, we're definitely going to just try to consistently drop singles to keep, definitely want to keep people interested. Like, and let those singles like sit for a little bit, but then like be like, hey, like, we're not just going to give you 2 singles. Like, here's another one, but
Yeah.
we also don't want to go and record like an album, like a full like 10, 11, 12 song album and then just give everything at once. We want to kind of out a little bit, like let people because there's still people still finding us. There's still people that are like still finding out that, hey, what was me's back, like, and so we want to like, consistently keep dropping these singles, but I think it's definitely going to be headed in the direction of an EP, possibly a full length. I don't know. I don't want to rule that out, but like, like it's probably headed in the direction of an EP for sure.
All right, that's exciting. Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
So if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be and why?
Ooh. Fajitas.
Woe Is Me is fajitas.
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 Never mind. I was gonna say just the absolute worst dad joke ever, but
I want to hear it. I still want to hear it.
But I just don't want you guys to. I don't want you guys to hang up.
We're not gonna hang out. We don't do that.
No. Let's hear it.
I was gonna say fajitas, because we are on fire.
All right, get out. We're not hanging out, ridiculous. But we're telling you to get the fuck out.
I apologize that you guys had to hear that. No, I would say fajitas because, like, with fajitas you can do so much. There's so many different like veggies you can put in there. You can pick your meat, like whatever you want. You can do steak, chicken, like whatever it may be. Pork. Who knows?
Fair enough.
So I would say maybe fajitas, or if I didn't, or how about this one? We're fajitas because we're sizzling.
That's even worse.
They're getting worse. We're gonna
move on to the next question before you say another one.
Forgive me.
It's all good, man.
Oh, so for these last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you could be one animal for the rest of your life, which animal would you be and why?
I don't know. I want to say like something that like other animals aren't going to like eat, obviously, or like mess with. Like maybe a more dominant animal, just because, not that I'm like some like dominant person, but like just, I just don't want to get eaten, but it would be cool to fly.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really cool to like be able to fly. So I don't know, maybe like a hawk or like a falcon or something.
That'd be really fucking cool. I don't think anything like targets them. I can't think of their
Yeah, I don't know.
predator.
Yeah, I don't know if they have like a specific like predator or anything, but maybe yeah, maybe like a hawk or like a falcon or something.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
really cool.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So if you could have lunch with any celebrity or artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, there's so many like that I would want to pick.
Yeah.
It would be so hard to pick one. There's so many I would want to pick, but like there's I don't know if I could because I feel like if I pick one, here's how my brain works. Like if I picked one,
Mhm.
I know like I would think of somebody else later on and I'd be like, oh damn it, like why didn't I think of them?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'll just say for now because I know there's gonna be somebody else that I would probably think of that I'd be like, oh damn, I'll have them. But like for now, I would say, and look, I actually tweeted something about this today. I'm not crazy about his music, but I would love to sit down with Charlie Puth and like pick his brain because
Yeah.
that dude, like his pitch is perfect. He
Mhm.
literally is so smart when it comes to music and writing.
Yeah.
Like I would love to just sit down with him and pick his brain, and just talk with him about music and just learn. I would just love to like learn from him because he's just an extremely talented musician. But yeah, I would say maybe him for now, but I don't know. I mean there's so many more like even like Ed Sheeran. I would kill to sit down with him.
Mhm.
I don't want to like um not to like bring it up or anything, but like it would be cool. Obviously he passed away. See, now I'm going off on a tangent, but like obviously he passed away, but like we did that we did the Warped Tour thing with like Linkin Park, with like Chester and everything. Would love to like be able to like talk with him again and like
Yeah.
actually like sit down and just like like actually like see him again and be able to like have another conversation with him. Like that would be amazing. But yeah, I would say them for now maybe. But
All right.
Yeah.
there's some
That's a good trio.
Yeah, nice little outing with the homies.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I would probably piss myself, but
Oh.
or just
So
cry. Time they're like, man, why are you crying?
oh.
Dude,
Nice though.
dry it up, man.
So for this last question, boom, you're on a deserted island. You can bring one person, one movie, and one album. Who and what are you bringing?
One person, probably not to sound cliche, but I'd probably bring my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'd probably bring my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
One movie, oh God, probably Nacho Libre.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably Nacho Libre.
Mhm.
And what was the other one?
One album.
One album. Oh my
Mhm.
God. I know this is going to be a random one and probably not one people expect, but like if you know me really well, my favorite band of all time is Need to Breathe. And I know that's kind of left field, but like I'm badly obsessed with that band. It's really bad.
Mhm.
And so I'll probably pick their album, the Reckoning. So I Need to Breathe. That album, you can't listen to that album and be in a bad mood. You just can't.
I'll take your word
Like
for it.
I love that.
I listen to that album, I'm just like, man, like my house could have just gotten burnt down, and I put on that album, and I'm like, it's fine, it's totally fine.
Everything is cool, man.
You
Everything's
know
good.
what? I'm vibing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So as Gloria said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
We have a bunch of shows coming up. Our dates are on all the shows and like the flyers or stuff are on the Woe Is Me, like Instagram and stuff. So if we're hitting your area, come out to a show, come hang. Like, we're not too cool. We'll be chilling and stuff. So yeah, we're about to announce a couple more shows, one in New Jersey and one in New York. So
Heyo.
You lucky bastard.
That's where I live.
so,
Damn it.
yes. So either they're gonna be announced today or tomorrow, but like if not today or tomorrow, very soon. So we're doing we've got a couple more shows. So if we're coming to your city, you know, we got Florida, you know, and all the festivals and everything coming up. So if we're in your city, come hang out, come see us, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Awesome.
Now that's been Michael from Woe Is Me, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.